Hello, this is Retreat Briefing in April 24th. It's Wednesday, and today's thumbnail is Ethereum ETFs delayed and supply shock for Bitcoin. So, we had an SEC decision about the Ethereum spot ETF, just like Bitcoin, and they have delayed every decision from the companies. So, that may be impacted the overall market to stop this bull trend. Not actually stopped, but kind of like slowing down the bullish trend, which was rebounding. So we will gonna have a look at that later. And now let's begin. So this is a daily candle chart of Bitcoin, and as we expected, a triple top pattern right here. So this place, it should have been right here, so just like this. So it should have been decreased all the way down to here, somewhere here, and needed to get resisted by, whoops, I'm not a good drawer, so needed to get resisted by this line, but now it just went up once again. So it is highly possible to get supported around these area, but we need to see later. And this line also, I told you, this 59.5k is acting as a very strong support line. So since it's after halving, and as I mentioned in the thumbnail, the supply couldn't follow up the demand for Bitcoin, so probably Bitcoin will keep increase without just looking at this chart. So this is a Bitcoin premium chart for 1 p.m. today, and you can see that, wait a second, let me change. So you can see that with an LB increased, it's February 22nd, and now increased all the way up here. So starting from the 23rd, now it just moved in sideways, went slightly down the Goya line, but now recovered it, and now it's moving in sideways around the Goya line with an LS only affecting. So if we look at the chart, we cannot find this place. Maybe that was a L2 or L3 maybe. So all the signals are B signals. So SB, LB, SB, LB, SB, LB. So the specific remaining candlestick is a long signal, and it is maintaining that. According to the chart, it's slowly going up. So probably, since the increase is not very, urgent increase, which means that it is taking a time to increase the price. So if you see right here, increased and moved in sideways for a while, increase, sideways, increase, sideways. So if you gather power or gather Bitcoins by moving in sideways, then those lines usually act as another support line. So this is a positive movement, I think. And now this is a dominance chart, and the Bitcoin dominance now finally dropped under the 55%, and Ethereum increased slightly, and the altcoins also increased, and Tether dominance decreased. So maybe while the Bitcoin is moving in sideways, Ethereum and those altcoins got some money's inflow, but Ethereum and those major coins such as Ripple, Dogecoin, which have a high market cap, those coins will probably move in sideways, and those altcoins with a small market cap will definitely have an up and down changes. Now this is a Goya Dominance 1 chart, and if you look at here, it reached near 58 and now dropped all the way around 20. So the remaining was 25 at 1 p.m. But still, that is over 21 points, and we decided, we think that over 20 points is a possibility for an increase which means bull market. It's not related with the increased amount. So it is a bull market, but very small bull market. We can think of like that. So if the points goes really up around the 50, 60, 70, then the overall market is having a almost average and 3 or 4% of increase. But if the number is small, then they are having a smaller increase. And now this is a liquidation heat map for last 24 hours, and the total amount is $121.68 million. And also that is a relatively small amount. Before, when the Bitcoin reached its highest point around 73K, there was like 1.6 billion liquidation or something like that. But now I think people are aware that it is a very volatile period, so I think they are avoiding trade right now. So the liquidation amount is relatively very small. And Ethereum dropped, Bitcoin dropped, got a slight correction, so liquidated long positions. And this H bar is showing a weird movement. So H bar increased a lot. So we will gonna have a look at that later when we watch our Goya premium chart. And right here, the 4-hour liquidation heat map, the H bar, which I told you is increased a lot, so it liquidated more than Bitcoin, though. So the short positions were liquidated a lot by H bar. And the Bitcoin also increased, Ethereum also increased, Solana, Pepe, Bonk. It's also meme coin with Dogecoin. Meme coins are showing quite a good move. Bomi, Book of Meme, which means a meme coin. So those are having a good move right now. We can slightly see the Shiba Inu coin. So I think meme coins are increasing, and HBAR and BTC all now rebounding. So quite a nice market right now. And this is a liquidation heat map for Bitcoin, and now it's currently moving in sideways. And if you look at these places, this yellow lines, it's around 67.3, 4 to 5k. So this area is a lot of long positions are up there. And right here there are short positions. I said it oppositely, so sorry. These are the short positions and these are the long positions. And down here, the yellow line's about 65.7, 65.5. So around here. And since the price is near here, so by only looking at this liquidation heat map, it will probably go up, I personally think. But it can also decrease since there are a lot of positions there too, so always watch out. And this is a liquidation heat map for Ethereum, and did you notice that it looks almost the same? So now Ethereum is also moving in sideways, but with a slight upward slope, and now it's facing those lot of short positions up here. And I personally think that it will probably also go up to liquidate those short positions. And now this is this week's main event, and the SEC, the BlackRock BTC spot ETF option approval, and I couldn't find some kind of information about that, but I found about the Ethereum's spot ETF news, so that's why the thumbnail was like that. And this is a past Twitter, now it's X. So I found this, a massive Bitcoin supply shock. And according to this man, now after the halving, right here, miners produce a max of 450 Bitcoin daily. However, the US Bitcoin spot ETFs are buying average 3,000 Bitcoin daily. And this, by looking at only this two, it already surpassed the supply and demand. And we have in Hong Kong ETFs, and Australia is trying to do the spot ETF too. And so the institutions all over the world are now lining up to own a piece of Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin supply in all exchanges is at an all-time low, so which means that people are taking the Bitcoin to themselves instead of selling and putting into the exchanges. So he is expecting a biggest bull run you have never seen. So he says, be patient, hold tight, don't get shaken out. And I definitely agree to that. Be patient. You guys need to be patient instead of just shaken. And now I brought an article from a South Korean news website, so sorry for this Korean. And now the Bitcoin moving in sideways, Ethereum spot ETFs approval delayed. So now SEC delayed their decision for Ethereum spot ETFs, and Grayscales and other those companies which have the Bitcoin spot ETF services, now they tried to get the approve for the Ethereum spot ETF, but SEC just, I'm not saying that they have denied the Ethereum spot ETF, but they delayed their decisions. And the United Kingdom's bank, a Standard Chartered, reported that the spot ETFs for Ethereum will be quite difficult to be approved until May. However, they say that the market went through the worst situation and now they have started to recover from it. And Bitcoin's target price for end of this year is 150K and Ethereum is 8K. And I hope that really happens. And the fear and greed chart became more greedy with all those bad news or something. It got more greedy, so I think the investors are not expecting a fall right now. And now this is a RSI heat map, and the reason why this heat map seems smaller is because of this H bar went all the way up to over 90 points. So H bar is showing a weird movement. And without H bar, there are Bonk and Algo coin all over up here. And Mina, those coins are now, overall cryptos just moved all the way up. And there are a few coins down here. So there are no single coin at the weak or oversold place. So now the overall market atmosphere changed into quite a bullish market. So now let's have a look at specific coins. Let's start with Bitcoin. Now the current dominance right here, it's over 30 points, so it peaked to 45, but now it dropped to 31 again. But now it is increasing, so quite a good dominance one in 3 p.m. And the score chart, if you look at here, the Goya score went down and the market price went up, and it seems like we have quite a distance right here. So maybe it is expecting a correction once again, but I think Bitcoin has a power to break through that. And right here, it's only 2 hours later, so we don't have a special thing, but with this increase, it came all the way down to the Goya line once again. But we have a L signal here, so we need to watch for a while. We have a candle signal L2 still remaining. So I think it will probably get supported by the Goya line, but if it does not, then it will just fall or move in sideways, I think. So if you press SR, it was yesterday's, no, this one here. Yeah, it's yesterday's highest point. 67099 is the first resist, and the second is also from yesterday when it had a big rebound. 67222 is a second and third resist line. And the support line is right here, yesterday's lowest point at night in East Asia. It's 65750 and 6560 all the way here. And at the bottom we have this 59.5k. That is a most strong line. And now it's moving in sideways for this narrow place. Now let's have a look at Ethereum next. The score also crossed with the market price and it's moving under, and the market price is moving over here. So right now Ethereum was moving along with the Goya line but went down with SNS2 signal, but just right now rebounded with an LNL2 signal. So if you look at here, you can notice that it is supported by the Goya line, and it increased all the way up here. So maybe it is reaching to liquidate those parts where I've introduced you in the liquidation heat map. So I didn't check the actual price of that yellow line, but if it reached there, then it will probably come down once again. But so if you press SR, just an hour before, 3274 is the first and second and third resist line. So that is a quite strong resistance. And the support line is quite far away. It's 3150. It's yesterday's lowest point. It's also a 2-line gather, so it's a quite strong one. Resist is 3-line gathered, stronger. And by 3 and by 4 is too far away. So I think it is quite difficult to reach there. So always think about around the Goya line. And I will pass the Ripple for today. And let's have a look at Doji first. Since we have a lot of just rumors or bad news coming for the Tesla and the Elon Musk, so maybe that would have impacted the Dogecoin. Let me check. So it was moving along with the score chart, but it jumped up right now. So I think it doesn't matter with the Elon Musk. So maybe that is the place. And it's just moving in sideways. It's a boring look. So under, over with an S. When it gets S signal, it comes down. When it gets L signal right after, it goes up again. So it is repeating, but now it seems like it is quite supported. So if you look at the price, it is just moving. It seems like it almost stopped. So the trading volume got smaller. And we have an L signal right here, and the final candle signal is L3. So if it gets supported well and it moves to the next hour's candles, and if that increases, then it will probably slowly just keep increase their lowest price. So if you press SR, 3 hours before, 12 p.m., this line 0.164 is a first and second support, resist, and the third one is up here, 16578. And if it falls, yesterday's lowest point when it suffered with an SNS2 signal, the 0.156 is acting as a first and second support line. Since the meme coins shown quite a good move in the liquidation chart, so I think you guys need to pay attention to the meme coins. But meme coins really have a high volatility, so always watch out if you're a futures trader. And we will have a look at that H bar, which shown some kind of crazy movement instead of Ripple. So it is unbelievable. So if you look at the chart itself, it was just moving very small around here. I don't know how long should I just increase this. And now it started to just skyrocket right now. So it was around yesterday 10 p.m. it just increased unbelievable amount. So if you it almost increased 105% during the morning, and now it got a big minus candle. Now it's getting corrected to the Goya line with an S signal. But yeah, later we also need to see whether it gets supported by the Goya line or not. And those coins have the coins that have increased dramatically recently doesn't really fall after, for like almost 24 or 48 hours. So people who think that, it's time for the short positions, I think you guys need to wait a little bit since it increased almost 100%. So I wish your successful trading and safe trading for you with our Goya Premium chart today. Thank you for listening to the briefing. Bye.